All right, welcome back to team number 20 of rebuilding all 30 NBA teams. We are officially 2/3 of the way done. Today we are on to the New Orleans Pelicans. We got BI, we got Zion, we got CJ, we got all kinds of young guys on this squad. This should be a fun one as we head into year one here. Hopefully Zion can stay healthy. That's the biggest thing for this team's success. Hopefully also BI can stay healthy. As now taking a look at the full roster, it's pretty much these two guys, and then there's some work to be done. Really young team. Also Trey Murphy, also Herb Jones, also Jose Alvarado, Dyson Daniels, and those guys. We do need to move on from somebody already. It's going to be Garrett Temple, and just kidding, it's not going to be Garrett Temple. It's going to be Garrett Temple and this guy to get me a first round pick. But yeah, I mean, Herb Jones always ends up being a dog. Defensively, I mean, just off rip, but even moving forward in the sim. Trey Murphy, same thing, as he's a power forward. I did not know that. Dyson Daniels usually is pretty solid in this as well. Jose Alvarado, always a solid piece, but there's some work to be done. I am going to look to upgrade from CJ. He's getting up there in age. He's 32. He's only going to regress. Same with Jonas Valanciunas. Honestly, might just package those two guys together right now. Just see what I can get for them. That right there, already an upgrade. Just not at a position that we need. Markelle Fultz is honestly a better player. Jonathan Isaac's still a really solid player to pick up. Only have to give up a second. I think that is going to be the move. As we will welcome Markelle Fultz and Jonathan Isaac to the squad. Jonathan Isaac is not going to stick around for very long though, as now we need a center, and badly we'll use him and Larry Nance Jr. to get our starting center. Clint Capella we get a lot, otherwise I would just go for him. We are kind of in the realm of getting the same guys. Picks wise, we have a ton of picks. Going to trade our pick. Actually, I'll trade we have both the Bucks and the Pelicans trade our picks. Interesting, like scenario I didn't know was going on here. Might go Naz Reid. I usually get him to be my backup center. I'm looking at him as my starter. We'll also bring in Kyle Anderson, who again, don't plan on having around long term, as also minutes wise, it doesn't really make sense to keep him around. Kyle Anderson we'll move on from. Patrick Williams potentially could be the move to move him to small forward. Not really liking anything else I can get here in. Josh Green could potentially be the move as well. Don't want Max Kleber though. Do not want that contract. I want nothing to do with that contract, which is enough to get me to go get Patrick Williams instead and move him to the 3, as he does not lose any overall. Now let's just get a backup center. We're going to have to go trade for one. We'll use Najee Marshall and Cody Zeller, and we'll use this Grizzlies 2025 pick. Hopefully that's enough to get a guy like Andre Drummond. Perfect. I think this team is pretty much good to go now. We got a better starting point guard who is younger, which is a big thing. Naz Reid isn't as talented, but he's much younger. Should work alongside Zion. We'll see, though. And then we have defensive guys in Herb Jones and Trey Murphy who are young. Will get better. This team usually is pretty solid to start, as I can go 11 to get Kira Lewis some of those minutes so he can develop. Yeah, bench is a little iffy, but we will let it ride for now. And yeah, we'll just get into simming. Okay, just lost Herb Jones for 6 to 8 weeks. Dyson Daniels gonna have to get the start. Yeah, this is, that's a pretty big injury, not gonna lie. 6 to 8 weeks of Dyson Daniels starting. It is what it is though. We are hooping right now, so I'm not entirely worried about it. We're still getting wins. All right, James Harden MVP 25 and 12. Wemby Rookie of the Year, Chris Paul 6th Man of the Year, Giannis DPOY, Daniel Gafford Most Improved, Kevin Young of the Suns Coach of the Year. Pretty standard 2K sim there, if I've ever seen one, outside of James Harden win MVP. That seems to be happening a lot more common now. The Timberwolves are crazy. 2 All-NBA guys. Wemby already on the All-NBA 3rd team. But I did not see any Pelicans quite literally anywhere. No love. Ended up as the 3 seed, 52 and 30, ways back from the Suns. So this may not be a one and done. It was looking like it for a minute there. Taking a look at stats, 2 guys over 20 points a game. Zion stayed healthy for the most part. Missed like 12 games with like day-to-day stuff. Brandon Ingram, same thing. Missed a couple games day-to-day. those two guys played well. And then, Markelle Fultz, career year for him. Nas Reed was very solid. Trey Murphy's currently hurt for 1 to 2 weeks. He had a pretty solid season. Dyson Daniels made a huge jump, ended up starting over Herb Jones, who still also played very, very well. And yeah, taking a look at the rest of the stats there. All around, just good basketball being played. I'm going to shorten the rotation just a little bit here heading into the playoffs, as we'll be taking on the OKC Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, just your standard year one OKC. You got Shea, you got Giddey, you got Jalen Williams, you got Chet. Just the run-of-the-mill Thunder. Hopefully we can take care of business here as we jump out 3-0 and we clean sweep them. Now we're playing the 2-seed Lakers. They were either half game or a full game above us, but they got LeBron, they got AD, just straight up Lakers also. I think we match up pretty well with them. BI and LeBron's going to be a fun matchup as we split games 1 and 2. We take game 3, they take game 4, they take game 5. We force a game 7, so we will simcast here heading into game 7 at Staples Center, and it looks like this is wraps. Zion is hurt. Would love if the game would have told me that, as we just get embarrassed. That's a 39-point loss to the 2 seed. Took him to 7, but that is embarrassing as Bradley Beal wins the Western Conference MVP, but Jason Tatum takes home the Finals MVP. Braun retires on that. Should have some picks as we move into the offseason here. Definitely should have picks somewhere. Hopefully they are decent because I could not find them. 16 and 26. That's pretty solid. So we will be using those picks for sure. The way the season went, little upgrades to the bench, hopefully just through progression, is enough for this team. And then hopefully we can draft well. There's an 84 overall center, Jack Doyle, there's a bunch of B- centers. We have one of these draft classes again, but looking at who we can get at 16, there's 75 around, and then at 26, B- potentially could be around at 26. I doubt it though, as we look at the number 1 pick, the San Antonio Spurs take Jack Doyle, who was that high overall power forward, and yeah, all these centers. Ooh, some of them are still on the board here, even at 6. Yeah, I mean, just a stacked class. At 16, I would assume none of them are left. Just kidding. DeAndre Ayton as starter, as a ceiling. JaVale McGee starter as your floor. We'll take the B- guy and not even think about it. 78 overall at 16. That is a crazy pickup. Looking at 26, I would take another center, but we just got one. So we'll take Bryce Fletcher instead. Reggie Theus as his ceiling. Jamal Murray as his ceiling. I wish I could see badges. Same height, same wingspan, same weight. We know a little bit more about him, and he looks like he's more of a playmaker, but is not a defender. This looks like better, he's a better defender, not as good of a playmaker, but still a good playmaker. Can barely dunk. Below average defender. Defensively, they are the same rating though, and he is better offensively. So we'll pick up Delano Anderson from Michigan, and that will be our draft. That may be the most thing I've ever done in a draft pick ever. But we got a 78 and a 76. Those are 2 guys that are going to contribute right away. Of course, we're going to bring back everybody, and then hopefully progression is nice to us. And then, yeah, we're going to extend Patrick Williams and Kira Lewis for sure. And then we need to go get Markelle Fultz. That's our big get for the offseason. And then while we are here, let me give Patrick Williams the bag as well. And Kira Lewis, hopefully we can just bring back, and then we'll go ahead and get Kira Lewis. And then that should be wraps. I don't even think there's anybody else. Yeah, I mean, none of these guys necessarily move the needle. Could go get my guy and Josh Kogi. Definitely gonna go do that. One of these times I'm gonna wear the jersey. Probably wear it for the Timberwolves one. As I forgot to move the camera again. My bad. I'm gonna figure that out eventually. Hopefully that wasn't in the way too much. It might have been. That's on me. Zion gets better. Markelle Fultz gets better. Dyson Daniels. Wow. Okay. +4 for the kid. Patrick Williams +2. Jordan Hawkins +2. Didn't get a lot of tick, but he got better. Kira Lewis gets better. Torrey Craig, not gonna lie, I didn't know he was on the roster. He goes down 3. Not entirely worried about it. We will get into year 2. I am excited. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I really need to do anything. Potentially. Do I need a different point guard? We might need to move on from Josh Okogie and Jose Alvarado to, get a better point guard. I got to sign my guy. I'm happy that I at least got to sign my guy, but we do need a point guard for our bench. I always get Bones. Is there anybody on Bones' level? Oche can't even run the one, otherwise I would just do that. I haven't had him in a while. Cam Thomas can't run the one either, even though he's like 6'2". It's gonna have to be Bones. If you're sick of seeing Bones is a solid pickup, otherwise I would be sick of seeing him. I'm not entirely mad about it. So welcome to the squad. But yeah, now we got our backup point guard, and now I'm more than happy just to get into simming. All right, year 2, Darius Garland, MVP. Mike Richards, pick number 3, wins Rookie of the Year. 6th Man of the Year, Jack Doyle, who was the number 1 overall pick. It's interesting he didn't win Rookie of the Year. I don't know, just seems weird. Giannis DPOY, Jacob Most Improved, and Willie Green of the Pelicans. I forgot he's their coach. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. 62 and 20. We were the 3 seed, which is really weird that the coach of the year was the 3 seed and that the executive of the year was the 3 seed, especially since the executive made quite literally one move. Overall, our overall was way lower, which was kind of weird. Still no Pelicans anywhere. I swear I'm like allergic to the all NBA teams. Ended as a 3 seed like you saw. 1 game back from the 1 seed and tied with the Suns for the 2 seed. Zion was hurt for a couple weeks. We lose Patrick Williams for 2 to 4 weeks. And then before we sim and I move that camera, let's take a look at the stats. Zion with another great year. Brandon Ingram's numbers down just a little bit. Bones' numbers pretty much equal to what they were last year. And yeah, I mean, you can look at the rest of the stats here. Overall, good basketball. Joel Hammond's got a decent amount of PT. Played well with it. 5 and 6, pretty much all you can ask for from him. So, looking at LA here, Jalen Hood-Schifino is now starting. They have DeMar and they have Anthony Davis. I don't think they traded LeBron. I don't remember seeing him retire. LeBron retires on that. Now I'm just confused where he is at. But nothing I can do about it right now as we go up 2-0, make it 2-1, make it 3-1, make it a gentleman's sweep here, as we will get our rematch with... No, we didn't play them. We played the Lakers last year. That was our rematch. We're playing the reigning Western Conference champs. They got KD, they got Bradley Beal, they got DeAndre Ayton, they got Devin Booker, and they got Mark Craig. Still haven't figured out that small forward position. As we take game 1, we take game 2, take game 3, and... Okay. Relax. We're not blowing a 3-0 lead, are we? We're not going to blow a 3-0 lead. I refuse. No shot. No shot that's going down to the wire, too. Okay, we got free throws. We have a 1 possession game. Looks like free throws. Perfect. That was way too... They have Jalen Duren. That's why they have Jalen Duren. Brandon Ingram better been eating the whole playoffs. Not really. You had a 74 on you. Playing the Rockets. This team is just solid. I mean, it's just a really solid team. I'm going to shorten the rotation a little bit here. Yeah, put Herb Jones in the starting lineup. More defense, not against it. That's great game planning by the computer. And it got us to the finals here in a clean sweep. Zion putting almost 30 a game in the Western Conference Finals. Now in the NBA Finals, no Jaylen Brown. Outside of that, pretty much what the Celtics are going to look like next year. Where did Jaylen Brown go? He's not on the roster. He is gone. So that is interesting. They traded him to ATL, it looks like, for Clint Capella. Not sure what they're doing there, but we take game 1. We take game 2. Dyson Daniels gets hurt for the season. I thought that was Zion for a second, as we're up 3-0. And there it is. We win in 4. Clean sweep in year 2. Markelle Fultz, Finals MVP. That always makes me laugh when the guys I'm not expecting end up winning Finals MVP. But hey, sometimes you need the unexpected guys to show up for you to win those MVPs. This puts us at I can't think. It'll be on the screen, obviously. Not a good record, still sub 500, but we're getting somewhere. So this was a really short one. I'm done in 20 minutes of recording time. That was a quick 2-season one also. Next one will be Detroit. Detroit could be a fun one. They got Cade, they got Jane Ivey, they got Marvin Bagley, they got, think. They got Isaiah Stewart. They got Killian Hayes. It's late. I can't think of anybody else. I named like 6 guys. I try and name like 5 or 6 guys every single time. That'll be a fun one for team number 21. But yeah, quick little one. That was fun. Good little team. Got the 2K cheese a little bit on our side with the Pelicans. Yeah, just all around solid team. Other than that, out. Peace.